Do you want to get better with the BetterPress? I'm sharing my 5 favourite tips and techniques and a bonus. Why would you want the BetterPress? It's because it gives you that letterpress impressed look and really detailed images when you use the press plates. And we're going to be using the beautiful rustling leaves press plates from Altenew today in our examples. So how do you get the best results? Well, cardstock is key. And there is specialty cardstock made specifically for the BetterPress. So if you want the absolute best impression, I would recommend to use that. But what if you don't have any of that, or you want a different look? Then you don't have to use that specific cardstock. You can get amazing results with other cardstock. And I encourage you to try what you have in your stash. Altenew have some amazing watercolor cardstocks, and today I'm going to be using one of the newer ones from them. It's a really nice heavyweight watercolor cardstock. It's 140 pounds and it's 100% cotton and has a lovely smooth finish on one side of the card, and it's a nice bright white. My second tip to get the absolute best results is to use the specially formulated ink that was created to use with the press plates. This ink is a little bit thicker and gives a beautiful, even result, but you don't have to use that ink. Today I'm going to be using the Altenew Obsidian pigment ink, which is also slow drying and also gives beautiful, crisp results. The platen is a clear plate and it has some registration marks on it, and these are really helpful when it comes to my third tip, which is arranging your images. So because you can't really see where you're putting the images to where the cardstock is, using these registration marks and the grid lines on the chase, which is the magnetic platform, can really help you. So what I've done here is to attach the actual cardstock to the platen. I've rolled over some low tack tape. You can actually tape the edges of the cardstock to the panel, but then you may want to ink in those areas, or you may actually accidentally tear the paper when you're removing it. So arranging the images is really important. And I've got a tip for you here. If you are not sure about the arrangement, whether it's going to work or not, just practice on a piece of scrap cardstock and you'll know exactly where the images are going to be stamped. So when I'm adding the ink, I stamp it like you would normally add it onto a photopolymer stamp. I do actually add a little bit more ink than I normally would to a photopolymer stamp, and then it's as simple as rolling the BetterPress through your manual die cutting machine. There are a lot of machines that are compatible with this system. Do be careful not to press down, because that plate is actually attaching to the base with those 4 magnetic springs on the corners. If you accidentally press down on that plate while you're feeding it through or pulling it out of the machine, you can accidentally repress your image. And here's a pro tip. If you want to create a quick background, simply flip the clear plate around and impress the image a second time on the opposite corner of the cardstock. All right, so let's take it a step further and make some cards with these images. I have a coordinating stencil here, and I'm just adding some simple detailed blending. I'm actually going to come in with 2 different colors here, some pink and some orange. And I will have everything listed in the description below, and also the link to the blog where you'll find more details as well. This is a really quick and easy way to add color. And how pretty is that? And because it's watercolor cardstock that we're using, it's perfect for either watercoloring, which you can do with this style of ink because it's a pigment-based ink, or ink blending, which is what I'm doing today. Ink blending is so easy on this beautiful thick cardstock. You can use whatever tools you have. I initially was going to do a lot lighter version here, but then I just wanted to go for gold. And I actually came in and added quite a darker blue over the top in the end. I decided to cut the panel down and added a small sentiment which just says hi, and pop that on the front of an A2 sidefold card along with a goldfish, as I thought it looked like it could be a pond, a goldfish pond. And I love that this is quite a different way to use leaf images. You wouldn't normally put them in the water, but I think it looks really pretty. So I wanted to take it just a little bit further today and give you some more inspiration. Did you know that you don't have to use thick paper or watercolor cardstock with this system? You can use regular cardstock, which is what this pink paper is. And you just use it like you normally would, run it through your manual die cutting machine with the ink, and you'll get a beautiful image, but you won't get the impression. So you won't get that letterpress look, but it's just a great way to stretch these images of the press plates. Another bonus idea is you can actually hot foil with these press plates. It's great to have products that are going to do double duty. I kept this card very clean and simple. I thought it would actually make a really cool gift card set, like if you did a few different colors. I blended the leaves the same as I did on the first design and added a big hello. And I did tell you there was going to be a bonus technique. Did you know that you do not have to use pigment ink with this system? Here I've got a regular piece of 80-pound Nina and some fresh dye ink from Altenew, and I'm just using exactly the same sandwich because you don't need shims or have to concentrate on anything like that, and the result is beautiful. You don't get the impression like the letterpress look, but you still get that beautiful pressed image. And both cards together now. This is the one using the watercolor cardstock, so you do get that impressed image, and I've done lots of blending on this card. And my second design where I just used regular colored cardstock, and I even ink blended the same colors on the leaves here, so it gets a very different look with similar products. Let me know in the comments below which one's your favorite. I'm so glad you're here with me today. And here's a couple more videos on the BetterPress. I look forward to seeing you there. Click the like button if you haven't already, and subscribe. I'd love you to join me here. Till next time, happy paper crafting.